Hello dears, welcome to Beauty of a Heart. I'm Elaine, also known as Lulu. Today I'll be sharing with you some Essence new palettes, swatches and mini review. Essence came out with some new palettes, but there isn't any tester or color display. So example for this palette, all you can see is the packaging. Can you dears guess what is the color story inside this packaging? What about this? And this. So if you dears are confused and do not know what is the color story and like to find out more, please continue watching. And if you happen to like this video, please subscribe. In this channel, I review cruelty-free beauty products and I like to explore makeup products from the Sephora brands, the drugstores and the indie brands. So if this is your cup of tea, please continue watching and subscribe. Thank you so much, and now let's get started. Let's start with this eyeshadow palette. This is the Witch side. It has very cute packaging, you see. I don't know what is this print called. It's the same as the ColourPop Sailor Moon, where when you turn to a certain angle, it will show the picture of another angle. Like this, then you can close the eyes. And you can also tilt to the angle where one eye is open, the other eye is closed. So if you are bored at home and don't know what to do, then you can have fun playing around with this palette packaging, turning the sides to see different angles. This is the kind of packaging print we had for our pencil box in school. And yes, can you guess what kind of color story it is? Ta-da! There's light colors and dark colors. So you can actually create both day look with the lighter colors and dark look with the darker colors. And in this palette, there are three kinds of formula: the matte, the shimmers, and this is what they call sprinkled shades, which is the same as the Huda Beauty New Nude Press Shimmers. So there are 15 colors in this palette and 7 of them are matte. The mattes are very smooth and buttery and is pigmented. There are 4 shimmers, which is also very soft, smooth and buttery. Another 4 are the sprinkled shade, which I called it the pressed shimmer. But for this color emulate, when I applied on the beginning part of the eyelid, it kind of gets stuck and it's quite hard to move the big chunky white portion, the pearl portion over here. As you dears probably can tell, for this kind of pressed shimmers, there's a mixture of the white pearl pigments as well as the colored pigments. And so far, this is the biggest pearl white pigments I've seen in Essence. As compared to, this is their sister brand Catrice Pro Slim eyeshadow palettes, which I just did a swatch and review. And I will link it over here and also in the description box so that if you guys are interested to find out, please watch the video. And this is one of the best drugstore eyeshadow formula. So in this palette, there is also the same pressed shimmers, which is this. Can you see that the white portion over here is so much more refined than the white portion over here and here, and this color is so chunky. Compared to this is the Revolution Beauty Oil palette. It has the pressed shimmer formula as well. See, these are the pressed shimmers, the white part over here. This one is so refined that I can hardly even tell as compared to this. All these 3 formulas to me is a so-so and it's good for its price. After a few hours, it will slightly fade on my oily eyelid and it has moderate pigmentation. There are different lightness and darkness of the color, so we can actually mix it to do a complete eye makeup look. If you are a makeup beginner, you can try this out. If you are attracted by this dark metallic blue over here, but you do not want to get this whole palette, you may want to try out their Essence single eyeshadow. This is Monday Blue. I did a dedicated swatch and review of this. You can also take a look at that video. So this is more blue than the blue inside here, and this formula for the single eyeshadows are much more creamy, soft and pigmented and very smooth. It is much better than this formula. Okay, these are the 4 eyeshadows palettes. These are the travel series. For this Good Day Sydney, I bought it about 1 or 2 years ago. This is already discontinued, so I will not show you the swatches, but just that this belongs to the same series, I just show you the color inside. Okay, that's all. This is Hey LA. This is new. So dears, can you see what is the color inside? This. There is a bright pink over here and purple, and the rest are very natural and neutral shade. There's a mirror inside here. And this is Salut Paris. This is a very romantic palette. It's a pink palette, light pink and some dark dusty pink. But I find that for this palette, there are some very similar colors like this too. They are not very different. So I think we can just do with one color and then change the other color to maybe another tone of pink. And this is the Sawasdee Bangkok. This is a warm palette. This is my second palette. The first one I bought, it turns moody. And because I like to show you dears what are the colors inside, I bought this again. For this series, these are all 9 pan eyeshadow palettes and mainly made out of the matte and shimmers. It has moderate pigmentation but is of a lower pigmentation than this witch side. So this will be good for beginners who just learn makeup, and also for those who like to have very light pigmented eyeshadows. And these are very easily removed. But on my eyes, it faded after a while. So it's good to have it, but it's not necessary to have it. Next two are also of the same series, but this one actually you can see the colors straight from the packaging because the casing is transparent. So this is the nude edition and this is the rose edition. They came out with a lot of different variation of rose and nude, like these two, the very old version. Their formula is about the same. And then after this very old version, there is another version which also comes with a clear lid but with very cute picture, which I already decluttered that. For these two palettes, this is the nude one and this is the rose one. I find that the colors are very similar, especially at the beginning portion over here. It's only at the last three colors that is slightly different. So I find that if you have one, you need not buy the other one. The powder of these eyeshadow palettes feels very soft and smooth, but when I run my finger to pick out the colors, there is kickback in the pen. It will also have some fallout when I apply on the eyes. Both the matte and shimmers feel very soft, very smooth, easily blendable, but the pigmentation is quite low. So again, this will be good for beginner who is exploring around, and also for those who likes to have low pigmentation eyeshadow palettes. And this is very easily removed. But somehow I find that by the end of the day, the colors turn dusty and quite grey on me. It oxidizes, I don't know why. I didn't experience that with the other palettes. So for me, these two palettes are a so-so, will be good for beginners and not for those who like strong pigmentation eyeshadow palettes. I saw these two yesterday and just boxed them yesterday. So can you just see what is the color inside the packaging? This is the highlighter, this is the eyeshadow palettes, and these are the limited edition Crystal Dreams collection. It comes also with lipsticks and a brush, a face powder brush. That face powder brush is actually very beautiful. The handle is made out of a very clear prism with the same pattern handle, and that is made of acrylic. It's very beautiful. I almost want to get it, but because I'm not somebody who would keep changing my brush, so in the end I didn't get it. I opened up this highlighter first and I was actually quite shocked. But I find that the highlighter color suits the packaging, but it's not something for me. So when I opened this, I was a little disappointed because I find that it is not exactly the same theme as the highlighter. And let me just show you the colors. The colors is actually on my eyes, which is this. This is an 11 pan eyeshadow palette. This is actually a very neutral, natural eyeshadow palette. Mainly consists of the rosy pink colors over here, the rose gold, and the natural neutral gold colors, bronze colors over at the other side. So this is a 11 pan eyeshadow palettes. There are 3 matte and the rest of the 7 are the shimmers. Shimmers feel very soft, very pigmented. There is no color name over here. So when I apply this color on the eyelid over here, I don't know why it got stuck. It becomes lumpy. When I apply shimmers, I will usually apply with finger, but recently, after applying with fingers, I will just brush it with a flat shader brush, because with a brush, it gives a more precision application. So when I first apply with the fingers, it becomes a bit lumpy, and when I brush out with a brush, it helps to even out. So now the lumpiness is gone. So please be a little careful about the shimmers. The shimmers is very creamy, it's very emollient. I do not experience this issue with other shimmers that I'm using today, which is this, which I use it on the lower lash line, and also this color on the inner corners, and this color over here at the beginning part of my eyelid. It's just these pink shimmers that I have some issue with. I have not used all the colors in this palette because I just got it yesterday, but so far I would say it's quite good quality, and I've applied this the whole day actually. I recorded another video previously and it pretty much stayed the same and it's long lasting. The matte in this palette is also very easy to work with. Next will be this highlighter. Guess what color is this? Ta-da! It's a purpley color, something that I will not grab. And this kind of color will be very good and suitable for those with a porcelain light skin, not for me. I haven't used this on the face, but I kind of feel that this color suits the packaging much better and more suitable than the eyeshadow palettes, which is mainly a nude palette. I haven't applied on the face as mentioned just now, but when I was running through with my finger, I find that the powder particle is a bit big and a little chunky. It is smooth, but it's just that it's chunky to me. That's why I will feel that if I'm going to apply this straight on my cheeks, it will emphasize my texture. But I haven't used it on my face yet. There may be some surprise, I don't know. But I mainly bought this highlighter for video purpose. Beautiful packaging, so quality for the highlighter, so not really very recommended for this. Last product of the day, which is this highlighter palette, is a thrill. This feels very weighted, feel very luxe for Essence pricing. There again, there is no color display, no testers. I'm just basing my luck to see whether I like this product or not. This is on my cheeks right now, and the inside color will be this. This is more to the rose gold color, a very soft rose gold. This is a light champagne gold, and this is more to the bronze. It comes with a mirror, and this is actually a magnetic closure, which I find that for Essence product, this packaging is really of a good quality. And when I swatch it with my finger, I was actually quite thrilled. And I will also insert a swatch clip. They feel very smooth. And can you see the glow? So when I bought this, I quickly do a hand swatch when I went home. And this is the kind of swatch I had, and I was very excited and had very high expectation. But when I apply, then I realized the powder is refined, but it's just that it's settled on my textured skin over here. I have a lot of clogged pores and a lot of miliar seeds, and there are also fine lines over here. So they will actually emphasize my texture. But on the hand, this is so pretty. So I can only conclude that this is my skin condition. If you have very flawless, very refined pores, I will definitely recommend you to get this highlighter trio. The quality is good for its price and one of the best highlighter in drugstore. It's just that, due to aging, my skin condition is not as good as before. That's life. Alright dears, now it's your turn to share with me which of these products mentioned just now have you tried before. or you have seen before? Please comment in the comment section below, yeah? Thank you so much. And last but not least, here's an inner beauty tip for us to be more beautiful and more wise. People come and go, but the right ones stay. Hope that this video will help you to save some money and know what is the color before you decide to buy. Thank you dear so much for watching. If you like this video, please consider to subscribe, comment, click the notification bell for my future videos, and share it with your friends. Thank you so much. And may you dears have a peaceful, blissful, and joyful week ahead. See you next time. Bye!